Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So call this video whatever you want, but I would like to call it a sequel. Because, as many of you already know, I made a video reacting to K-Mac Time's Top 10 Worst Disney Movies of All Time because it was a suggestion by Abdelaziz Badr, who suggested that I should react to another meme compilation after I'd done version 42 and reacted to the most recent one at that time, which was 52. And actually just 2 days ago I reacted to version 64. There might be another one that might have been released, but hey, I'm not subscribed to Free Meme Kids, so as you can already see, it's also made by K-Mac Time, because at the end of his video he said that one of the top 10s or ranked videos that he made was Pixar movies from worst to best, and I did not open my eyes at that time. So when I watched the video like immediately after I uploaded the last video, I was like, why wasn't my eyes open? So this is a video we're going to be reacting to all Pixar movies ranked from worst to best, including Finding Dory, because looking at the exact date, this was made like a few weeks after Finding Dory came out. So unfortunately, Cars 3, Incredibles 2, and Toy Story 4 will not be on this list, but I don't mind. I mean, he uploaded this video before, and that's what he did. I don't know if he'll make another one, but anyway, let's get into it. Sorry if I got a little bit into it.
Pixar movies are some of the best animated films of all time. And with the recent release of its 17th film, Finding Dory,
Wait a minute. So if Finding Dory... If Finding Dory was their 17th film, then that means... that means Toy Story 4, their most recent movie, marks their 20th movie, which is absolutely incredible. 20 feature movies after about 24 years. And even though they've been already doing short films for about 9 years, Toy Story was their very first feature movie. So, yeah.
Time to rank all the Pixar movies from worst to best before the arrival of next year's Cars 3 and Coco, which looks absolutely amazing.
Oh, no, I was wrong. I completely forgot about Coco, sorry. So that means they made 21 movies. Still pretty good, though.
By the
completely forgot about Coco, guys.
But before we get into this list, I have to remind you guys that this list is just my own personal opinion, and if you disagree, that's totally fine. It's just an opinion. And just because a movie is low or high on this list, it doesn't mean it's good or bad movie. It just means that in some cases, I liked other things over them. And sometimes classic Pixar movies like Toy Story are just going to be higher than some of the other movies. But anyway, let's jump in with the number 17, Cars 2. This is by far the least liked Pixar movie, as it fell into the trap of...
I mean, unfortunately, I would have to agree as well. I mean, I just like planes, I rarely watch Cars 2 anymore. I mean, I would go for either Cars 1 or 3, so I bet they're going to be higher on the list. I mean, Cars 1 is going to be higher on the list, sorry. I mean, Cars 3 was not on this list.
Trying to outdo the original one. It's typical sequel style. It tried to do too much and just kind of fell short and fell flat on its face. And it was nowhere near as good as the first movie. However, hopefully Cars 3 coming out next year learns from its mistakes and is better. Number 16 goes to Monster University, which is a prequel to Monsters, Inc. This movie has its fair share of laughs in it overall. It was just kind of an okay movie. It didn't do anything bad, it just didn't do anything exceedingly well either. It had a decent storyline and actually a pretty good premise. They go to college, it's kind of a thing before they got their jobs. Overall, like I said, it's a good movie. It's just not memorable enough to stand out amongst the other Pixar films.
I think I might agree with that.
At number 15, I have the movie Brave. And now this movie is all about showing how a princess can save herself without the help of a hero. And while that is a great idea, it just didn't translate well into the plot.
I don't think
and
I've
writing
ever
for me
seen
personally.
Brave before.
This movie isn't bad by any means, but again, it's one that just tends to be forgotten amongst the shuffle. Next at number 14, I have the recent release of The Good Dinosaur.
I haven't seen Good Dinosaur either.
This movie visually is one of the best looking animated movies I've ever seen. However, most people's problem with this movie is how sad and emotional it is. Now, while Pixar is known to tug at heartstrings, this movie went the extra step and rips your heart completely out of your chest. I mean, it just gets real sad. Still a decent movie, but kind of forgettable for me. Number 13 goes to the original Cars.
13,
now,
my
there's just
age.
something about this
Nice.
series I just never really enjoyed all that much.
I mean, if I was, how about that? I'm gonna have to turn on the AC. Just one moment. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Looks like now the AC works. So, as I was saying, I would definitely put Cars a lot more higher on the list because it's the movie that I grew up with. And I was obsessed with Cars back in the day, so, yeah. I've seen a lot of these Pixar movies. Anything other than the movies I just mentioned and the ones before, or ones after, maybe I did not see.
I'm not sure if it's Larry the Cable Guy's voice acting or whatever, but it's just something I've never been a big fan of. It's a cool premise and the art style is really well done, and I kind of enjoy the universe even. It's just not, it can't really hang with some of the better Pixar movies like Toy Story or Finding Dory. At number 12, I have Ratatouille. When this movie first came out, I thought I wouldn't like it, but it's actually pretty damn good. Pixar is known for putting some adult humor in their movies for the parents to watch while they're having their kids at the movie theater, and Ratatouille has plenty of it, as well as many laughable moments for the kids. Who knew a movie about a rat that is a chef in Paris could actually be good, but leave it to Pixar to pull something out of nothing. At number 11, and just outside of our top 10, is A Bug's Life. Now, this is one of the most memorable movies from my childhood, and it still holds up today. I actually just watched this movie the other day. The humor and writing is top-notch, and the comedy in this is so funny. And the variety of characters in this movie was absolutely amazing. And to this day, Heimlich the Caterpillar is still one of the funniest Pixar characters ever in my mind. I prefer A Bug's Life over DreamWorks' Ants that came out the same year, and that's saying something because that movie is really good as well. Alright, starting out our top 10 is Toy Story 3. Now,
this movie, Toy Story 3, has one of the saddest endings ever. I cannot believe you guys. I cried when in Toy Story 3's ending. I did not even spread one tear when I saw the ending of Toy Story 4, but I was still really sad about it. I don't think that the ending of Toy Story 4 was good at all. And it's sad that that was the last film of Pixar before they do sequels. Because I think Pixar's going to go downhill from now.
Series of movies is one of the best ever, and this sequel is no exception. This installment is best known for its tear-inducing ending and tugging at your heartstrings throughout the whole movie. But it's also a great plot line and loads of fun and new, interesting characters. Not to mention the voice cast in this whole series is just one of the best. It's an above-average movie and a solid film in an already all-around great franchise. Number 9 for me goes to Wall-E, and because it is such a different plot. I mean, a trash compactor falls in love with a drone, and it is one of the best on-screen romances I've ever seen. Only Pixar could make a movie that was basically silent for the first quarter of it and still get the viewer to feel so many different emotions throughout that. The movie completely shocked me, as I really wasn't expecting much when I first saw it, but Pixar proved me wrong, and they really hit this movie out of the park. At number 8, I have The Incredibles,
yes, The Incredibles,
which is more than just your typical superhero flick. This movie showed us that not all heroes wear capes, and it showed us that Pixar can make one hell of a superhero movie. Seriously,
that's one of my that's one of the favorite my favorite moments in this entire movie.
Anyway,
no
all the
capes
characters in the
moment.
movie are so unique, and the way Pixar went about the character development of all of them was done seamlessly, and all the way down to the supporting characters. I mean, this movie holds up, and I'm just so great. On top of that, we got so many cool characters. Plus, Edna was such a memorable experience. I mean, I cannot wait for the sequel to this. My number 7 is the first Toy Story. The original just does everything right. The plot line is one of the best ever, and the characters in the story and the universe are second to none. Buzz and Woody are the classic story of two worlds colliding and having to work together to achieve their goals. And it has its share of these dramatic moments, these funny moments, these comedic humors, and all these fun things that you just didn't think was possible until you saw this movie. I mean, who ever thought that we'd see a piggy bank or a bunch of green army men and then just be dying laughing at them? Something that really sparked my imagination as a kid, and I love this movie. It was a tough call to put it as high as number 7, but it's still one of my all-time favorites. At number 6, I have Inside Out, which is a completely unique idea for a movie all about emotions.
A few parts of Inside Out, but I've never seen
and it was
the whole
done in one of the best ways possible. It was one of the better movies that I saw all of last year, and I saw a lot of movies last year.
I forgot what the author was, but he's one of the best parts of the movie.
The movie conveyed feelings and emotions flawlessly, and it really gave the movie a unique feel that I've really never had from any other movie, animated or not. I mean, it just misses out on our top spot, but it's still an A+ in my book. Just cracking my top 5 is Up. Now, this movie made me cry in a movie theater for the first time since I saw Titanic when I was like 7 years old. The raw emotion from Up is mixed in perfectly with humor, and it hits this just nirvana of balance between the two. As we watch Carl and Ellie's decades-long love story unfold, just that scene right there is just so beautiful. It's so heartbreaking, and it just brings out all the emotions. There's not a dry eye in the entire theater, and that scene alone cements Up's spot at number 5.
I think that part
number
of that
4 goes to the most recent Pixar movie, Finding Dory, which was a worthy sequel to an already great movie. Ellen's character is done so well that she got her own movie. I mean, think about that for a second. This sequel did a great job of introducing new and lovable characters like Hank the Septopus and the whales, all while keeping the core characters just as lovable as they were in the original. The humor in this movie is great, and the visuals of the undersea world were absolutely stunning. Solid choice at number 4. Number 3 for me goes to Monsters, Inc., and this may be Pixar's funniest movie ever. The concept is so creative and unique.
I've laughed every single time I watch this movie.
The
it is absolutely
like
hilarious.
Mike and Sully play so perfectly off each other that the entire movie just has me dying laughing from start to finish. Not to mention that Boo is one of the cutest characters in Pixar history as well. The movie is just great top to bottom. It is an absolute must-watch and an A+ in my book. In our runner-up spot is Finding Nemo. Now, this movie is about as close to perfect as you can get. Again, like I said about Finding Dory, the voice acting cast in the series is top-notch. Ellen absolutely kills her role as Dory. There are so many memorable characters and memorable moments in this film that it's hard to keep track of them all.
Iconic.
Not to mention the full range of emotions that are present in the film. It is not just a great Pixar movie, it is one of the best movies ever, period. But with that said, it is still not my favorite Pixar movie. That honor goes to Toy Story 2. Now, the reason this movie gets my top spot on my list is because it took what the first movie did and made it even better. And I didn't even think that was possible. The introduction of Jessie and other new characters was done perfectly, and they fit in immediately right in with the gang. On top of that, this movie has my all-time favorite plotline. It was just so clever how they went to the toy store and other things like that. It was just so awesome. I love that plotline. And it's amazing that Pixar was actually able to one-up the original, but they somehow pulled it off. And that is why it is my number 1 Pixar movie of all time. Now, Pixar movies will continue to amaze me, and I'm sure that when Cars 3 and Coco come out next year, I'll have to rethink this entire list. But for now, those are my favorites. But let me know what your favorite Pixar movies are down in the comment section. I'd love to see what you guys thought of the list and what your favorites are, all that down in the comment section. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys hit that like button, as it helps me out a ton when you guys like and share the video. Let's try and get this video to 500 likes. Really appreciate it if you can do that.
That would be the new logo.
Also, if this is your first time on the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more Disney and Pixar and cartoon content in your sub boxes daily. But until next time, guys, remember that it's always K-Mac time somewhere. So take it easy, and peace out.
Okay, guys, so that is me reacting to the top 10 best Pixar movies of all time. So, yeah, that's it. And comment down below what your favorite Pixar movie is. Uh, so yeah, that's all I have to say for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Like this video if you loved it, and comment your opinions and subscribe and hit the all bell. So to never miss a video of mine. Alright guys, bye.